Is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. And good afternoon, everybody. My name is Ron Juckett. We had a delay because either, take your pick here on this 10th day of October 2020 or October 14th, Saturday, 1978. You can either say that my lunch ran late, which is what really happened, or that the Red River Shootout, Texas and Oklahoma, going on a few miles away in Dallas, was running late, and everybody wanted to make sure that the Rangers game was seen in its entirety. And so we're going to go with that instead of my lunch running late and had to make slides. Anyway, the Texas Rangers have given some life to this series. They were the big winners last night. Jon Matlack doing his job, and so the series is now 2-1. The Dodgers, instead of going with Rick Rhoden, because Tommy Lasorda can use Rhoden in long relief whenever he needs to in this series, have decided to go with Tommy John here in Game 4. John did pitch some relief in the NLCS, and that was his only start. And since this would be his only start of the series, you're going to have Sutton, Welch, and Houghton close out the series, no matter what the Dodgers do at this point. You might as well use Tommy John now. If you need relief, you got Doug Rauch, you've got Rick Rhoden. So Tommy John, despite not a great replay, gets a start for the Dodgers here in Game 4. Doc Ellis, who pitched so well in Game 4 for the Rangers, gets the call today in Game 4 of the World Series. Again, you've got Jim Umbarger, you've got Steve Comer, you have long relievers in the pen for Texas. Why not use Ellis? And then you set up for Jenkins, Doyle Alexander, and Jon Matlack if you need them in Game 7. So the other thing for the Rangers is with the lefty Tommy John on the hill, what to do with Mike Hargrove, who does not hit lefties particularly well. Well, there's no one even close defensively to what Hargrove can do, and Mike Jorgensen is not a good hitting first baseman. If you're going to go with a bad hitting first baseman, you might as well go with one with a glove, and so they're going to go with Hargrove. No changes. The Dodgers will go with Billy North in center field. It's a bigger ballpark. Not as windy today, wind blowing in at left, but the Dodgers think they need some speed. They certainly get that from Bill North. They don't get it from Rick Monday. And Steve Yeager, who was 5 or 10 at one point last night in this series, will catch the day game after the night game. And so with all that, the Dodgers lead the series 2-1. We'll be back with the opening right after this. As Retro Sports Network proudly presents the 1978 World Series from, I thought I had that fixed, from Arlington, Texas. It's Game 4. The Los Angeles Dodgers, champions of the National League, lead the Texas Rangers 2-1. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spreaker, iHeartRadio, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. So Doc Ellis went 8-7 in the replay. I'm not seeing a picture, so we'll reset this here. What? That's not what I meant to do. Come on, show me a game. There we go. Somehow Instacart has Hijacked my homepage. Anyway, so Doc Ellis, 8-7 on the replay. And a 3.52 ERA. He is a fly ball plus pitcher. He's 33, the wily veteran. He has playoff experience. He has World Series experience, I believe, from 1971. He's a fastball pitcher at 83. And there will be a lot of contact in this ball game. Here's the lineup he'll face in Game 4. Davey Lopes will lead it off at second base. Billy North in center field will bat second. Rick Monday will probably pinch hit at some point. Ron Cey at third will bat third. Steve Garvey, who's been the subject of several articles in the Los Angeles press, will clean up at first base. He has not had a good World Series, on the field that is. Reggie Smith will bat fifth and play right field. Dusty Baker in left will bat sixth. Lee Lacy, the DH again, will hit seventh. Bill Russell at short will bat eighth. Steve Yeager, whose magnificent series keeps him in the lineup, will bat ninth. And on the hill is one Tommy John. His last start ever for the Los Angeles Dodgers. A birdie tells me he'll go to the Yankees in '79 and carry Lorenzo's sneakers all the way through to the Bronx. Defensively for the Rangers, Al Oliver, a 5-7 in left. Juan Beniquez, a 9-7 in center. And Bobby Bonds, a 7-8 in right. Toby Harrah, a 5 at third. Bert Campaneris, an 8 at short. Bump Wills, a 7 at second. His 3-run shot last night, the difference. Mike Hargrove, an 8 at first. Sundberg, a 10-9 behind the plate. Hello, Lorenzo. Hello, Ricky. Davey Lopes is 3 for 11 on the series. He had an RBI last night, going 0 for 3, hitting .273 with 1 double. Ellis can go about 135 pitches. 76 degrees. We have cleared all the fried Coca-Cola from the cotton bowl and brought it all over here. Tom Landry threw out the first pitch today. Marty Robbins sang the anthem. And we're ready for Game 4. Struck him out. He got him on an 0-2 right down Broadway on 3 pitches, 1 out. Billy North went 2 for 4 last night. He brings something the Dodgers need: speed. Your Dodger dog was confiscated before the game. Please enjoy our Lone Star Tofu dog instead. Pitch to North. They play for the bunt. Ground ball to Wells. Makes a fantastic play over to first, and there's 2 out. I'd imagine, as Ron Cey comes up, that whatever dogs they serve in Arlington are pretty gosh darn good. You are several miles away from one of the largest stockyards in the country. Cey is 2 for 12 on the series. He went 0 for 4 last night. Drove in an RBI and struck out 2. Of course, the real-life Yankee headlines are, what are they going to do after losing to the Rays in the ALDS? Oh, the little wand was specifically used for you. Pictures everywhere, Lorenzo. So what's the deal, Ricky? Are they going to keep Boone or what changes? Hopefully for a full year. So Cey's ready. 2 out. He hits one, lines one foul, and somebody from Flower Mound makes the catch, and the count is 0-2. So Ellis winds and deals. And it hit him. That's not what you want with 2 out. So Cey goes to first. That got him in the ribs. And now I'll bring up Mr. Garvey, who is 1 for 12 on the series with a single. He's hitting .083. Ellis deals. Garvey in the center. Beniquez will make the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. The Dodgers go down. They leave a runner on. Half an inning in the books here in Game 4. No score. Ricky thinks they will. It's more organizational changes that had to be made, but I hate his post-game comments last night. But they hired him to be nice to the players. Of course, the Yankees have had some unstable ownership. Obviously still in the Steinbrenner family, but that's got to play some sort of part. That HBP counts in his FIP number. I don't think anyone cares about what your FIP is in a World Series game, but if you do, more power to you. So here's the Ranger lineup. Mike Hargrove will lead off at first base. Bump Wills, the 3-run homer last night. The big difference, he'll bat second and play second. Al Oliver in left field will hit third. Lorenzo's favorite Ranger, Bobby Bonds, cleans up in right. Richie Zisk, the DH, will bat fifth. Jim Sundberg, who finally got a hit last night, will bat sixth behind the plate. Toby Harrah at third will bat seventh. Juan Beniquez in center field will bat eighth. Bert Campaneris at short will bat ninth. And Doc Ellis will be on the mound and pitch. Well, if the Yankees had hit, they'd be here. But since they didn't, they're not. So Tommy John, 11-13 with a 4.18 ERA in the replay. He had a significantly better real year than he did there. Of course you do, Lorenzo. Go Rangers. So John, a fastball pitcher at 84 and a ground ball plus pitcher at 35, making his last start ever for the Dodgers. And as Ricky says, the best, the same thing with the Rays, and there's not a lot of star power there. They are the best team. And outside of Reggie Jackson, the Yankees weren't the best team. John, 206 2/3 innings in the replay, 242 hits, 11 homers, 65 walks, and 119 strikeouts. Hargrove, since his big Game 5 against the Yankees, 4 for 12 in the World Series, 2 RBI. He went 1 for 4 last night. Has a walk and a triple. Which is amazing that Guidry failed because he was the best pitcher in baseball. But one bad outing is all it takes, and for him it was Game 5. The best two teams in baseball are in this World Series. Pitch to Hargrove. There's a base hit right field. Hargrove will round first and go back. And the Rangers start with a single. Here's Bump Wills. Bump, a 3-run homer. That's amazing. The funny thing is, it came on after a squeeze play attempt that was bunted foul. He's not stolen a base yet in this series. He has got a hit in all 3 games. John deals. There's a liner in the center. North is there. 1 out. Here's Mr. Scoops. Oliver is 4 for 12. He scored a run last night and doubled and struck out. The TCU marching band, by the way, last night played the anthem, and they did a very good job. TJ. Ground ball to first. Garvey to Russell for one. Back to first. Oliver can run, and he beat it out. So Hargrove tried the roadblock slide, and it worked. 2 away for Bobby Bonds. Bobby, a double last night. He's 2 for 10 on the series. Has struck out 3 times. And he's the one with the stolen base. Pitch to Bonds is a ground ball to Say, over to Garvey, and that will retire the side. So John settled in. He only got the side on 12 pitches. Rangers get a hit and leave a man. After 1, no score. Reggie Smith is 2 for 7. He has walked 5 times. Last night went 1 for 4. Had a home run in game 2. I think whoever has scored first, well, I know, whoever has scored first in the first 3 games has won the ball game. Pitch to Smith. There's a pop-up right side. Hargrove into foul territory by the tarp. 1 out. Dusty Baker walked twice last night. He's 2 for 9 on the series. Went 2 for 7 in the games in Los Angeles. Pitch to Baker. There's a fly ball right center. Beniquez will go back and make the catch. 2 out. Wind's blowing in from left field this afternoon at 9 miles an hour. Here's Lee Lacy. And it is a very pleasant 76 degrees. Excuse me. Lacy, 3 for 12 now in this World Series. Went 2 for 4 last night. Hit a triple in game 2. And a triple last night. He has 2, but no RBI. And if you're looking at why the Dodgers might struggle, look no further than Say and Garvey. They've not hit well. Pitch to Lacy is a line drive to Campaneris, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. An inning and a half in the books, no score. Richie Zisk is 1 for 11. He's not had a good series. That hit came in game 2. So Ellis and John off to good starts. To short. Russell, 1 out. We're with you tomorrow night at 8, live for Game 5 of this series. Jenkins and the Sutton. Sundberg is 0 for 12. He did have an RBI last night. Dodgers win, they can win the World Series tomorrow night. Rangers win, we're going back to Los Angeles. Pitch to Sundberg. There's a ground ball up the middle. Lopes over to first to retire the side. Or 2 out. One of the 2. Uncle Ron forgot how many outs there were. So here's Hara. Toby 3 for 10. He went 1 for 3 last night with a walk. He has 3 singles and is hitting .300. John deals. And there's a base hit right center field. Harrell around first. Harris got speed. He's going to go for 2. They're going to run on North's arm. The throw is not in time. So a 2-out double for Hara. And that'll bring up Juan Beniquez. Juan is 1 for 7. He has scored twice and walked twice. So the batting average isn't all that great. But he's been productive. 2 out for John, bottom of the second, no score. Pitch to Beniquez. There's a base hit left field. Harris going to round third and score. And the Rangers say, pizzazz, pizzazz this. 1-0 Texas. And on the sound system, you can hear the Yellow Rose of Texas. That brings up Bert Campaneris, 2 out. Campy 0 for 5 in the series, but he's been there to bunt. And with 2 out, he's here to swing. I was a homer for the Dodgers at home. So Campy gonna swing here. Actually does hit lefties rather well. Pitch from John, and there's a base hit left field. And then Beniquez moves to third. So runners on first and third for Hargrove, who's 1 for 1. John, 9 batters deep, 24 pitches. An inning and 2/3, 4 hits, and that's it. Campy's going to try and steal. A throw down to Russell is not in time, and Campaneris is on second. So second and third, 2 out. Tommy John needs an out right now. Pitch to Hargrove. Got him! He got him to swing and miss, and Tommy John just shakes his head as he leaves the mound. 1 run, 3 hits. The Rangers leave 2. We go to the third. Texas 1, Los Angeles nothing. So the Rangers, the Dodgers would love to win this one. TJ only 27 pitches through 2. It's not like he's thrown a lot. Here's Russell. 3 for 10. He's driven in 4. Has an RBI in at least 1 in all 3 games. And has 2 doubles. Doubled twice in game 1. Pitch to Russell. Ball 4. Russell not a threat to steal. And if the Dodgers have an MVP, he's at the plate. Yeager is 5 for 11 with 5 RBI. He went 2 for 4 last night. Has 5 singles and is hitting .455. A McDonald's ad. That's right. Actually, I had steak and tater tots for lunch. So 1-0 Rangers, top the third. Pitch to Yeager. There's a base hit right center field. Going to go all the way to the wall. Russell will hold it third. Yeager's on with a double. And Yeager continues to rip the Rangers pitching. So Ellis threw 9 batters, 32 pitches, 2 innings. A hit, a walk, and a strikeout. Lopes is that strikeout. So nobody out. 2 in scoring position. 1-0 Texas here in the third. Pitch to Lopes is into right field. Back goes Bonds. 3-1 Dodgers. So Davey Lopes, who has good power, hits his first of the World Series, and the Dodgers go up 3-1. And again, the shutdown inning was not invented until 1979. Lopes just blasted that one into the bleachers in right center field. So here's North. He's 0 for 1. This is the first time in the series that the lead has changed hands. Pitch to North. He drags a bunt foul, and the count is 0-2. So that's the difference between Billy North and Rick Monday. Speed. He swings and sends this one into right center. Beniquez, 1 out. For Ron Cey, who reached. Hit by a pitch Oh, both teams need the game. The Dodgers can wrap this up tomorrow with a win. And the Rangers can, as we said, can send us back to Los Angeles with a win. Pitch to Say is popped up center field. Beniquez, 2 out. We'll see. Here's Garvey. He's 0 for 1. I think the pitching matchups favor the Dodgers the rest of the way. Although, if you get to Game 7, it really doesn't matter, does it? And you got John Matlack, who already won a decisive Game 5. Pitch to Garvey. There's a ground ball base hit. He finally gets on with a 2-out single. So 3 hits for the Dodgers, 4 hits for the Rangers. Here's Smith. He's 0 for 1. Ellis from the stretch. Liner to right. It's going to drop in front of Bonds. Garvey goes to third. And the Dodgers have runners on the corners and 2 out for Dusty Baker, who's 0 for 1. Pitch to Baker. Slow roller to Hargrove. Over to Ellis, and that will retire the side. But Davey Lopes continues the barrage of 3-run homers by second baseman. They get 3 runs on 4 hits and no errors. We go to the bottom of the third, 3-1 Los Angeles. So Wills will be swinging here. TJ from the line. There's a slow roller to Garvey. Underhanded to John for the out. 1 away. So here's Oliver. He's 0 for 1. Pitch. There's a liner to left, but Baker's there. 2 out. Here's Bonds. He's 0 for 1. So TJ, Tommy'd like to get him about 6, I would think. And if they continue to lead, then go with the lefty Rao. Pitch to Bonds. There's a line drive to left. Goodbye. So it's 3-2. Bonds with his first home run of the series. Right down the line and left, and it's a 1-run ball game. That was just hammered down the line and into that 9-mile-an-hour wind. So it's 3-2. Here's Zisk. He's 0 for 1. Pitch to Richie is a fly ball to right in the corner for the out, and that will retire the side. A run on a hit, no errors after 3. 3-2 Dodgers. The Rangers get the home run from Bonds. Well, this was, I think, is his third of the total postseason. He had 2 in Game 5 against the Yankees. Trying to think if he homered elsewhere in the series. What's Barry's high? Of course, in modern day, you play more baseball. Lee Lacy's 0 for 1. Pitch to Lee. There's a fly ball to left. Back goes Oliver, and that run goes right back on the board. It's 4-2. How you doing, Braves for life? So Lacy with his first of the World Series. The ball is just flying out of here. Buds! You'd think we had a bunch of number 4 starters going. Lacy hit a rainmaker that found the seats. And so it's 4-2. Yeah, I'm so far. So here's Russell. He walked and scored. Barry had 8 in 2002. Rangers won last night. (4-2). So the Dodgers have still outscored the Rangers 13-8. And they lead today 4-2 in the 4th. Here's Russell. Into left. Oliver will track that one down. 1 out. Ballpark playing big. Not necessarily for average, minus 6% for lefties and flat for righties, but in home runs, minus 13% for the lefties and minus 14 for the righties. All 4 of the Dodger runs have come from the long ball, and the Rangers got one. Yep, so the Dodgers lead 2-1. Here's Yeager, who's just tearing the cover off the baseball. Pitch from Ellis. That's into right field. Bonds, 2 out. Actually, if I was to do I was actually watching Hogan's Heroes at lunch. If I was to do the proper Bobby Bonds. Bonds! Kind of hard to do that with a one-syllable word. Davey Lopes, with a 3-run shot in the third, gave the Dodgers a lead. He is 1 for 2 today. Into left. This time it'll stay in the yard. Oliver's there, and that will retire the side. So Lee Lacy gives you a bunch of insurance. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. Bottom of the 4th, 4-2 Dodgers. Jim Sundberg is 0 for 1. Hara and Beniquez to follow. And there's a ground ball to Russell over to Garvey. 1 out. If you got a barnacle. Here's Toby Hara. He doubled and scored his last time up. Some black hair dye probably would work. This time he sends that one deep to left, but Baker will track that one down against the fence for the 2nd out. So 2 away for Beniquez, who singled home Hara. Pitch from John. There's a shot down the line. It's gone! Juan Beniquez has made it 4-3, and there's a magnet down that line and left. That's like the 3rd home run in the ballgame down there. And Beniquez does have some power. In fact, he crushed that one. He hit 11 on the replay, and he sends that one into the upper deck, or the upper reaches of the bleachers out there. It's 4-3. We might actually have a good game here. That thing was long gone. Here's Campy. He singled and stole a base. Pitch to jump from John. There's a base hit into center. So Tommy John has not pitched all that well. Here's Hargrove. He's 1 for 2 with a strikeout. Rick Rhoden loosening in the pen. So 44 pitches, 18 batters, 3 2/3 innings, 7 hits. 2 homers and a strikeout. Pitch to Hargrove is a ground ball right back to John, over to Garvey, and that's the inning. But Juan Beniquez drives in his 2nd run of the ball game. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors. We go to the 5th, 4-3. So Billy North, Ron Cey, and Steve Garvey. John made the start because the Dodgers had a bit of wiggle room here. And if you're going to burn him, Game 4 was the place to burn him. North 0 for 2. He drops that one down foul, so he tried to reach again on the bunt, and it didn't work. Now, can Billy North homer? No. Sorry, it's Maalox and Ranger Dogs. Pitch to North. There's a fly ball to center. Beniquez, 1 out. Here's Cey. He's 0 for 1. 99-cent Lone Stars, though. Pitch to Cey is into center field. Beniquez going back, and that ball is gone. So it's 5-3, and all 5 Dodger runs have come from the long ball. Hit that one to dead center, and Beniquez just ran out of real estate. So Say is waking up. Another insurance run for the Dodgers. And it's 5-3. Steve Garvey is 1 for 2. He finally has a hit in this World Series. Pitch from Ellis is into left field. Back goes Oliver. He'll make the catch. 2 out. Well, you're in Texas, and there's a big old Budweiser side out there. Pitch to Reggie is a base hit right center field. Bonds got a late jump. Smith's on with a double. Reggie has played well. Dusty Baker's 0 for 2, and that's it. They're not going to mess around anymore. Steve Comer will get the call. So the Rangers go to the pen first. He pitched in game 2. Went 2 1/3 innings. 3 hits, 2 runs. Both earned. He walked 2 and struck out 2. He's a fastball pitcher at 90 and a ground ball pitcher. So Baker is 0 for 2. 5-3 the score. Dodgers trying to hang on. Pitch to Dusty. Here's a ground ball to Hargrove. He'll take it to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. We go to the commercial break. And we won't let Mr. John hang on much longer if the Rangers start hitting again. Halfway home in game number 4. Dodgers 5, the Rangers 3. We'll be back right after this. Retro Sports Network proudly presents the 1978 World Series. Today from Arlington Stadium, Game 4 between the Dodgers and the Texas Rangers. The Dodgers lead 5-3 in Game 5, and the series 2-1. And today's game is brought to you by My Voice Does It Work. No, DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spreaker or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. So here's how we got here. Texas started first. Juan Beniquez with an RBI single to score Toby Hare to make it 1-0. But yet, the Rangers lack pizzazz, huh? But you're worried about them. Davey Lopes, a 3-run homer in the third, made it 3-1 Dodgers. Bobby Bonds countered that with a solo shot down the line and left to make it 3-2 in the third. Lee Lacy found that magnet in the fourth to make it 4-2 for the Dodgers. Again, Juan Beniquez down the line and left to make it 4-3 in the fourth, and Ron Cey to dead center in the fifth to make it 5-3. This looks like an American League game from 1987. So we've had 5 home runs in this game. Tommy John 7 hits through 4, 2 homers and 3 runs. Doc Ellis done after 4 2/3, 7 hits, 5 runs, 3 homers, including a 3-run shot from Lopes. How you doing, Bobby? So Steve Comer is in. Wills will swing away. He's 0 for 2. Pitch from John. There's a base hit into right field. Smith will pick it up. Remember, both of these teams won 94 games in the replay. There really is no David and Goliath here. They pretty much are even. Dodgers, the Vegas favorites. But again, 6 seems a reasonable number. Here's Oliver. He is 0 for 2. Throw to first, Will's back. Now he works on Oliver, and there's a ground ball to Say. Only has a play at first. Garvey stays on the bag, and Wills moves to second. 1 out for Bobby Bonds. Bonds homered down the line and left his last at-bat. We've had some offense in this game. Pitch to Bonds. There's a fly ball to left, but that'll stay in the yard. Baker's there. Wills will go to third, and the throw just goes in the infield. So Wills dances off at third base for Richie Zisk. John trying to get the win if he can get one more out. Pitch to Richie is ball 4. So Tommy taking some Maalox and pacing back and forth. I think they're going to make the move. It's Rick Rhoden. Rhoden, 9-9 on the replay with a 4.28 ERA. He got some long work in the LCS, and he's the long man here in the World Series. How you doing, Mr. Mike from the truck? Rhoden, a fastball pitcher at 86. Doesn't favor the ground ball or the fly ball. 183 innings, 181 hits in the regular season, 17 homers. He walked 57, struck out 81, and is trying to get some work in to face Jim Sundberg, who's 0 for 2. Pitch from Rhoden. There's a line drive to center. North will make the catch to retire the side. The Rangers leave 2-1. They do not score. They get a hit, and we go to the 6th. It's the Dodgers 5, the Rangers 3. So Lacey, Russell, and Yeager in what is now a battle of the bullpens. Lacey homered. He's 1 for 2. Pitch from Comer, ball 4. So Bill Russell has walked and scored. He's 0 for 1. Remember, later we're going to tape the Whitey Ford tribute game. Whitey passing away Thursday night at the age of 91. Pitch to Russell. There's a ground ball to Hargrove. He takes it to the bag himself. Lacey goes to second. And there's 1 out. And Eric, how are you? So Lacey on. Here's Yeager. And we all know what Super Bowl tournament is doing right now. Yeager 1 for 2. He is just hit so well in this World Series. He scored a run and doubled. Pitch from Comer. There's another base hit. Lacey will score, and it's now 6-3 Los Angeles. Don't forget, you can tie your Twitch Prime account and sub to me for free. Won't cost you a penny, and I get paid $2.50 per subscription. You did need that run. So here's Davey Lopes, who's 1 for 3. He had that big 3-run shot in the 3rd. Yeager has my speed at first. In the left, Oliver, and that will go foul, and somebody from Plano made that catch. And what's in Plano? Why, the Frito-Lay Company, of course. The count is 2-2. Mr. Brody is playing with a huge newfie. Wow. Pitch to Lopes. Ground ball foul, first base side. We'll do it again. The count is 2-2. From the stretch. Ball 4. So here's Billy North. He is 0 for 3. That's right, Plano East. A great football team. Lots of good high school teams in Texas. So runners on first and second. One out for North. Up the middle. Campaneris wills for one. Over to Hargrove. And that will retire the side. The Dodgers, however, do get another run on a hit and no errors. After 5.5, it's 6-3 Dodgers. The Mighty Panthers of Plano East. Were they the team that got beat on the walk-off kickoff that you see every once in a while on ESPN? You talk about homers and announcing. My goodness. So Hara, Beniquez, and Campaneris. Toby doubled and scored. He's 1 for 2. There's a fly ball to left. Back goes Baker, but that will stay in the yard. 1 out. Baker started to look up for it and found it again. Here's Beniquez. Beniquez hit 11 homers in real life, by the way. Has singled and homered here in Game 4. Pitch to Beniquez. Here's a ground ball to Lopes over to Garvey for the out. So Roden seems to be the antidote. Here's Campaneris, who's 2 for 2. He has singled twice and stolen a base. Both teams have 8 hits. The Dodgers lead 6-3. Yeah, the game against John Tyler. It's the one that you've seen 1,000 times from Old Texas Stadium, and they get a touchdown with seconds to go, and the kickoff isn't squibbed, it's returned, and they lose on the walk-off there, and the announcers go, "No! No! I'm gonna be sick! No!" That one. That was against Plano East, wasn't it? Pitch to Campy. There's a ground ball to Say over to Garvey, and that will retire the side. So the Rangers go down in order. That's something that's been pretty rare today. No runs, no hits, and no errors. We go to the 7th, 6-3 Dodgers. So here's Ron Say. He homered his last time up. Yep, I thought that was the game. You might hear about that in a Fortnite stream. Pitch to Say is strike 3. Comer got him. First strikeout for Steve. Played some pretty good high school football in Texas. Here's Garvey. He's 1 for 3 with a single. Got him. So Comer settles in. He gets Garvey to swing and miss at a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. And there's 2 out. I see a new sub, but I don't see it. It's not in my activity feed. Reggie Smith is 2 for 3. They'd be curious to play a California All-Star team against a Texas All-Star team. I would bet on Texas. Pennsylvania might have a few words about that, too. Reggie has singled and doubled. Ball 4. They did. Cali win. Dusty Baker's 0 for 3. Homer's pitch. Ground ball to Wills. He flips it over to Hargrove, and that will retire the side. Uh-oh. 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 Well, it's stretch time. And the future Texas Ranger, Charlie Huff, is coming in. We'll contemplate it and we'll be back right after this. Well, the Dodgers made a questionable move as far as I'm concerned. Charlie Huff 5-3 with 7 saves on the replay and an ERA of 3.10, but was bombed in his 2 appearances in the NLCS. He is a knuckleballer and a ground ball pitcher that tops out at 89. In the replay, 61 innings, 52 hits, 4 home runs, 26 walks, and 49 strikeouts. He'll face the top of the order, Mike Hargrove, who's 1 for 3 with a strikeout. So bottom of the 7th in the 6-3 game. Pitch to Hargrove is a fly ball to right. Smith in the right center, 1 out. As rosary beads and novenas are getting yanked out in the Dodger dugout. Here's Bump Wills. They're playing back. He is 1 for 3. They tell me that California dominated that series to the point where Texas canceled. Will squares, drops it down. Yeager throws to first, and there's 2 out. So Huff has the first 2 on 7 pitches. Here's Oliver. He's 0 for 3. Pitch to Oliver is popped up right side. Garvey has it for the out. So Huff goes 1, 2, 3 in the 7th. We go to the 8th. It is 6-3 Los Angeles. So Lee Lacy, who homered, guess where? Down the line and left, is up Russell and Yeager to face Comer here in the 8th. Pitch to Lacy is into right. Bonds will come in, 1 out. So if this lead holds, Don Sutton has the World Series on his arm. Bill Russell is 0 for 2 with a run scored and a walk. Struck him out. That's 3 for Comer. He got him on an 0-2 fastball looking. So here's Yeager. And if the Dodgers do win this series, he's got to be their MVP. He's 2 for 3 today. A double, a run scored, and an RBI. Pitch to Yeager. Ground ball on the grass. Campaneris cuts it off, and no, sir. It's an E6. Can't be rushed the throw. Hargrove made the stop. He points to the first base umpire, and he's safe. So Yeager will reach on the air. And here's Davey Lopes. He's 1 for 3. His 3-run homer in the 3rd gave the Dodgers the lead. Sundberg and Comer converge. Got him. And so Terry Forster now will come in to pitch. So Tommy using that pen. No runs, no hits in the air, does not count. Bottom 8, 6-3 Dodgers. Forster pitched an inning and a third of an inning in Game 2. And got the save in Game 2. He's a fastball, ground ball, triple plus pitcher at 91. And he is here to get 6 outs. And if he does that, Lorenzo will buy him the Pinot Noir of his choice. Bonds homered. He's 1 for 3. There's a liner to left. 1 out. Baker's there. So Richie Zisk is 0 for 2 with a walk. Pitch from Forster. There's a fly ball to left. But it's a long, loud strike. Hooked foul. And the count is 0-2. Forster, not a strikeout pitcher. 46 and 65 in the 3rd real innings. And only 23 and 47 2/3 in the replay. Pitch to Zisk is a ground ball to Garvey. Takes it to the bag himself. 2 out. So Forster has a third of the job done. Here's Sundberg. He's 0 for 3. Here's the pitch, and there's a slow roller to Garvey. Underhands it to Forster, and now half the job is done. No runs, no hits, and no errors. Going to have a pitching change here for the Rangers. We go to the ninth, 6-3 Dodgers. Reggie Cleveland threw an inning in Game 2. He gave up a walk. A triple ground ball plus pitcher and a fastball at 89. See what the Dodgers do with Billy North, who's 0 for 4. And grounded into a double play. The extra speed has not helped the Dodgers. He stays in the ballgame. Right back to Cleveland. Over to first. 1 out. So the champagne being trucked now from California to be in the Dodger locker room tomorrow night. Say 1 for 3. Bombed a solo shot into the batter's eye in center field. It'll be Jara Beniquez and a pinch hitter for the Rangers in the ninth. Got him. 1-2 just below the belt. And there's 2 out for Garvey, who singled and struck out. He's 1 for 4. To Campaneris, over to Hargrove, and that will retire the side. Cleveland gets a clean ninth. Forster out to slam the door. 6-3 Dodgers. So Jara is 1 for 3. He has doubled and scored. Pitch to Toby, and there's a fly ball to center. Back goes North. Goodbye. 6-4. Jara puts that one on the black. That ball was crushed. All North could do is turn and watch it go. It's further than we're saying hit his. That's right. If you're going to give up home runs, I believe, is that I think it's the 4th solo shot of this ball game. Ricky, of course, went to the Max Scherzer school of home run allowing. I'll give up 31. Well, you're not drinking the champagne. You haven't won the series yet. Here's Beniquez. He's 2 for 3. He is homered and driven in 2. 6-4 the score. Forster deals. Got him. 1 out. An 0-2 check swing. Still think you're drinking from the Dodgers, from the Phillies series. So they'll pinch hit for Campaneris, who can hit a righty. Lefty. So John Ellis at 292, 3 homers and 17 RBI. He's the pinch hitter. Hargrove on deck. 1 out. Into left, Baker, 2 out. There was a frozen rope, and now Mike Hargrove is the last chance. So Forster trying to get this done. Regardless of who wins this, it's Sutton and Jenkins tomorrow night, 8 Eastern. Boja, sure, whatever. I don't drink, so it's all pissy grape juice to me. Pitch to Hargrove, struck him out, and the Dodgers are 1 win away. They take a commanding 3-1 lead in the series in a game that saw 6 home runs. So Rick Rhoden gets the win. Charlie Huff with a good inning, and Terry Forster got his 6 outs. Took 7 batters, but he got his 6 outs. So the Dodgers are 1 win away from a World Series. Doc Ellis, 4 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, all earned, and 3 homers. Tommy John, 4 2/3 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs, all earned, and the 2 homers. He struck out 1. Comer, 3 1/3 innings of good relief, just the 1 run. And Reggie Cleveland with a clean 9th. So that sets us up. Tomorrow could be the end of this replay. I have no idea how many games I've done. I'll figure that out because I'm working on some other projects. But the Dodgers are on the cusp. Can they cash the check tomorrow? We'll find out. Pull out your Bank of America cards. They're going shopping. The Dodgers 6, the Rangers 4. And so they lead this best-of-7 series 3-1. And that's that for that. We'll get a Whitey 4-game tape for you at some point today. I'm Ron Juckett. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourselves a great day. Talk to you tomorrow night live at 8 for Game 5. Bye-bye.